Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. You know, it's only 4 o'clock and it's just suddenly turned dark. I have one of those ring light that stands up on a tripod and I've got it behind my computer instead of putting the light on in the living room, because I think I get a better light with the ring light. But I've been messing on with this computer for practically since I got it, trying to get the colour right, because I noticed I was wearing this sweater yesterday in the video that I did, and it actually looks more like the colour it is. Maybe it's a little bit brighter, but in the video yesterday it looked brown. And that was when I thought I'd been messing on with the colour again, there's a lot of things you can change in that, and you have to mess about with this and mess about with that to get the colour right. It's not just automatic when you go on to doing a video. It's just not automatic. It's the default thing in the computer is just utter crap. You have to mess on with it and change this and change that, and it looks a little bit better today. I think it's the colour is coming up a little bit better. At least I got my sweater looking more like a similar colour, but it looked brown. Don't know whether it looked like that on everybody else's computers or phones or whatever you looked on, but it did on my computer. And while looks purple here, it's actually plum. That's the actual colour of the wool that I knitted with. But it looks near enough now. I think I may have got the colour right eventually. It's took quite some time, messing on with these new computers. There's a lot more things that you can alter and change in as the computers. You get newer computers than what there is in the older ones. So anyway, but it turned very dark, and I'm saying it's only 4 o'clock, and that's why I've had to put the ring light on, and I am busy knitting, and I've had to put my things back on that one's not so bad, it's just from my wrist on there, but this one, I was getting pain down my thumb and it was going down into my wrist and that, so, but it's amazing, these do help. I think I should maybe just wear them all the time when I'm knitting. It might stop it actually happening, that. But I was starting to get a really lot of pain going down my thumb, and probably good thing last night as well, having a break at the bingo. Sometimes I'll take some knitting with me to the bingo, but my friend goes huffy because she likes to play the word game on my phone. She has the same word game on her phone, she can play it herself. But she just likes to be pitted against me, if I can get my finger on my computer to write the word in, I'm very lucky. Her mind's a lot quicker than mine for seeing the words. She sees them straight away. It takes me a little while longer. I can see them, but not as quick as she does. I think that's why she likes the competition, that's because she knows she can beat me. She knows she can't beat me at knitting, but she can at that word game. But anyway, it was at my bingo last night, and I won one line, £5, but I also missed a line. There was that many numbers out, and there was that many numbers on the card. Nobody had shouted, but when somebody did shout, I noticed I had a line filled in. I never noticed it. And my friend was saying, "Oh, I think you can still get the money in that." Oh, I said, "I'm not going to argue over £5." And just leave it at that. Just say I've missed it, and that's it, and all about it. I said, it's only £5, that's only £2.50 each, I'm not bothered. But that looks like it looks like there was that many. And I think I've knitted across that row, and I should have changed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I should have changed. I've done knits, and I should have been doing purl over the knit stitches, so I'm going to have to pull that row out. I should have checked before I started it. That's it. But Had the postman knocked this morning, but before he knocked, there was this almighty thud on my front door. And then I heard a knock at the door. Then when I opened the door, it was the postman. He was laughing. He says, "Did you hear that thud?" I says, "Yeah, what was it like?" Said it was me. He says, "I opened your gate, stepped into the drive, and there was a sudden gust of wind just threw me down the garden," he said, "and I banged against your door." I said, "It's not that bad, is it?" He says, "I've been blown all around this estate." So I thought to myself, there was later on, I have some patterns to post, and I was going to walk over to the post office, and one lady, I can't remember her name, but she put a message on eBay. It was from eBay. She put a message on with the order and told me not to bother going out in this weather. She's not in a hurry for the pattern. Wait until it's better weather to to walk out, because she knows I'd more than likely be walking. Well, I would have walked over this afternoon because I did have a few other patterns to post. But just out of curiosity, I opened the back door. I was going to walk over, and I thought I'd put my hat and scarf and my gloves on, and I'll have my big coat, because I do enjoy walking over. It's a lot of fresh air, and it's the only really good exercise I get. Because I've noticed I've been walking over the post office a lot the last few days. And when I first started walking over, because I hadn't been walking over very often before that, and I was really aching, my legs were aching, my back was aching by the time I got home. But the last time I walked over, I had no trouble at all. So the exercise is good for you. So I do enjoy walking over to the post office at times. But I thought, out of curiosity, I opened the back door and I stepped onto my patio, and I have two steps going down the patio, down the path, down to the bottom of the garden. And there was a sudden gust of wind, caught me, it blew me all the way down the garden. I couldn't stop. I hit the gate at the bottom, and I thought I was going to walk back up again, and that gust came and it was blowing me again, and it was pressing me against the gate. I had to walk where my gate is. There's a bit of fence goes along like that, and then there's a fence that comes up between my garden and next door, and I have a hedge as well. I had to walk all the way along, holding on to those parts of the fence, then holding on to the hedge to get back up to the top of the garden. I couldn't walk up. The wind was pushing me down the garden all the time. Thought, no way am I trying to walk over to the post office today. That lady was right. There was no way. There was no need for me to go out today, so I'll probably go out tomorrow morning, try to get out before 11 o'clock. That's when the last post picked up on a Saturday morning from the post box at the post office. So I'll probably go out then and try and get out then. I don't think the wind's going to be quite as bad. It's going to still be windy, but I don't think it's going to be quite as bad, because there's some really strong gusts. I don't know what the speed of the gust was, but they must have been really strong to push me down the garden, because I am no lightweight. I weigh over 11 stone. So dear, any little skinny woman trying to walk around in that anyway, she's going to have an awful job. It'll be blown out all over the place. But anyway, I'm nearly finished pulling this row out. I'll just finish this out. I can do it quicker when I'm not talking and looking at my screen, and just a few more stitches, and then I'll knit that row again. I'll do the right stitches this time. But this is the back of the little sweater I'm going to do with the basket, the 4x4 basket stitch. That's it. So I should have started with knit 1 and then purl 4 and knit 4. But I started with the stitch that was already there, so I was on the wrong stitch. So I'm going to start with knit 1 and purl 4, and that's right now. Then I have to do that for 4 rows. You know, I talk too much, that's trouble, when I'm in this house by myself, I talk to myself as well, I tell myself, oh, it's time for a cup of tea. Oh, I better put the kettle on. Oh, I better do this. Oh, I better do that. I do. I talk to myself a lot. Like, people probably don't realise that. Like, when you're living by yourself. At least when I used to have my dog, he's gone a lot of years, like. But when I used to have my dog and I was by myself, I had the dog to talk to, didn't I? It didn't sound like you were talking to yourself all the time. I talk to Sammy sometimes. I say to Sammy, you know, if his head's turned the right way and he's looking down at me, so he says, about time you knit me another sweater, isn't it? So I'll say to him, I'll get round to one for you as well, Sammy. Another little jacket. And so that's my little bit, as you can see how much I've done of that. I've only just picked up that one. I have been working on the little hat to go with the scarf. I've done a part of the hat. I've cast on the stitches, and it is Aran wool, so I'm using larger needles. I'm using 5mm. I use 4 for the start of the part, because you'll turn that bit over like that, so it always want a little bit tighter, and then I'm on to 5mm. I was using 6mm for the scarf because I wanted it loose and slack, the stitches, so that it stretched and didn't take so long to knit. But I'm using the proper size needles that I should be using for the hat now. Let's see what it's like, what size it comes out when it's finished. I may take it down my granddaughter's on Sunday if I'm going down on Sunday. I'm hoping that, they've got rid of all the flu in the house. I'll take it down and try it on the 2 younger boys to see what age it'll fit. Because I'm just doing the number of stitches I think it'll fit for a certain age. So that's how much I've done of that. I've done about 13 or 14 rows in the 4mm, so up to about there. And then I've been doing the rest with the 5mm. And I'm going to try that magic loop thing when I come to do the shaping on the crown part. I'll try the magic loop and see, well, my own way of doing the magic loop to see whether it works okay with the larger thing. So anyway, that's my little bit for today. So I'll catch up with you another day. So thumbs up and subscribe, and bye for now.